बच्चे लोग किधर है?
लड़की सो गई और मेरा लड़का फोन में।
अच्छा अच्छा,
तेरे बच्चे?
मेरे बच्चे सो रहे हैं अभी।
अच्छा हाँ, 7 ही बज रहे हैं ना। ओके, वी आर लाइव हाँ।
ओके।
Welcome to the domain of self-treatment. Be prepared to be amazed, fascinated, puzzled, intrigued by the various mechanisms of our body's inner workings. Because I'm going to show you, or I'm going to open the magical door about facts of our anatomy. Human body is an awesome complex machine which is doing a million things at one time, which we are unaware of or take it for granted. So I'm going to show you its true potential, which will give you mystic powers of self-care. So let's get started. This is anatomic therapy. The founder of this therapy is Healer Bhaskar. If you listen to his talk for 6 hours, he will explain to you the whole anatomy about our body. After listening to his speech, you will be confident enough to follow his methods and start healing your body. The speech I am going to share you is a short synopsis of his 6-hour talk. Okay? Usually when we are sick or when we are ill, we consult a doctor. The doctor will examine us and based on his own intelligence, he will give us some medicines. How would you feel if I say that I am going to give you a method to cure all the illness without any medicine? Ivani, I can't see you.
Okay. Now?
No,
Why?
मुझे तेरा हाथ दिख रहा है. हाथ है वो?
1 minute. अभी?
हाँ, ठीक है.
Okay. It's okay?
Yes. Without
Okay.
taking any medicine, we are going to cure sugar, BP, asthma, thyroid, any skin related diseases like psoriasis, eczema, irritable bowel syndrome or indigestion problem, kidney failure, liver problem, uterus problem, gallbladder stone, tonsil, hair loss, memory loss, headache, migraine, cancer, AIDS. Okay, because human body is designed to do or is designed to cure itself, but there are 5 obstacles. We are going to see what are these obstacles, how can we overcome these obstacles. Once we learn this, our body will be fit enough to do self-care. Okay, normally what happens when we go to the doctor, we will explain our disease to the doctor. And based on what you say, the doctor will prescribe medicines, he will ask you to take tests or scan your body parts. Correct? Then he will give you some medicines, and usually the conclusion would be this disease cannot be cured. It can only be controlled. For example, BP cannot be cured. Diabetes cannot be cured. Okay, but in the system we say we can cure all the diseases. In fact, you don't even have to explain to us about your difficulties or your diseases. You just have to listen to Healer Bhaskar's talk, speech, video, and once you have done that, you can start curing yourself. You must be wondering, how is that possible? Just by listening to his talk, how can you do that? Because in his talk, he will explain what is body, what are the different functions we have, what are the different energies we need, and how we deprive our body from this energy, why we get disease, and how can we cure these diseases. Okay, so just by listening to his talk, or maybe you can say that just by gaining this knowledge, anatomic therapy is just gaining knowledge. It has nothing to do with medicine. Okay, just by gaining this knowledge, we can start living healthily. Usually his speech is for 6 hours. After 6 hours, those who have understood and are diabetic can start taking sweet items. Those who have BP patient, they can actually start taking as much salt as they want in their food. It means whatever restriction a doctor has mentioned to you due to some diseases can be waived off without any fear, because in this treatment there is no diet. Human body, being a wonder on its own, has its own intelligence. We all have experiential intelligence which is different for different people. Like we gain it from internet, books, Wikipedia, training, education, and etc. But we all have inbuilt body intelligence which is same for everyone and it functions automatically. For example, the outer organs of our body like hands, legs, eyes, ears, mouth, we can control ourselves, correct? But the inner organs, internal organs of our body, we have no control over it. It functions automatically, correct? In fact, this superpower machine that we have in our body is so powerful that it can reproduce. For example, a mother eats, sleeps, drinks as per normal during her pregnancy, but at the end of her tenure, she delivers a full-fledged healthy baby with new heart, lungs, liver, kidney, hands, legs, etc. So can we say that a mother who has done PhD or a mother who don't even know ABCD can deliver a same kind of child? So you think what intelligence has been used in this case to produce the child? Obviously, the body's inbuilt intelligence has been used. Okay, so we are going to tap to this intelligence that we have. So a mother who has given birth to 5 children, she has actually produced 5 hearts, 5 lungs, 5 stomachs, 10 kidneys, and so on and so forth. And what is the raw material used by the mother? The mother's blood. Without any external factor involved, all these parts have been produced. Okay, so this powerful machine that can produce everything on its own, if for some reason has an ailment, for example, the mother has a hole in her heart, can the body cure itself or not? Like a car manufacturing company can repair its own car, our body can repair any damage that happens to itself from within the body. Okay, the doctors are actually using their experiential intelligence to cure our diseases. We are going to use our body's inbuilt intelligence, okay, and which is actually simpler, faster, and cheaper. So we are going to tap to this intelligence and it will surely cure the diseases. The doctor's intelligence will only help us to control it, but we are going to cure it. Okay, but as I told you, there are 5 obstacles. In fact, there are only 5 reasons why we get diseases. First one is any one material or mineral or item in your blood is of poor quality. Okay. Second one, any one material, item or vitamin is not present, it's unavailable in your body. Third one, the intelligence or the quantity of the blood is not enough. Okay, means everyone needs a particular amount of blood based on the height and weight, 6 liters, 5 liters. So that amount is not enough. Okay. Fourth one, the intelligence of the cell is damaged. And fifth one, our mind is always anxious or in tension because some part is not functioning. Okay, so now we are going to see one by one what are these points. If the flour in your kitchen has gone bad, can anyone eat the bread made out of this bad flour? What is the reason for the substandard bread? Is it the problem with the cook or anything wrong in the kitchen? Or something wrong in the bread? Instead of analyzing the bread, if we replace the flour or improve the quality of the flour, we can make better bread. Similarly, any one material in the mother's blood has gone bad. For example, calcium has gone bad. Then The child that is produced using this bad calcium will obviously be born with calcium deficiency. Calcium is just taken as an example here to illustrate the point. In fact, any one material which has gone bad in the mother's blood, the child produced out of this material will be born with some deficiency. Okay, not just the example of the mother. For example, in your house, you have a bucket, there's a hole in the bucket, okay, and you know that you can fix that hole by using an M seal or quick fix, or you can do something about it. But the material, the M seal and the quick fix is of bad quality. So no matter how many times you try to fix the hole, it will never be fixed. Similarly, the mother who has a hole in her heart, the body knows how to cure, but the mineral or the item used to fix this hole is of poor quality. So no matter how many times the body is trying to fix it, it will never be fixed. Okay, so that is why any one mineral or item which is of poor quality in the body, it will not cure our diseases. Okay, so this is the first point. Now how about the second point? For example, you have hired some people to renovate your house. Okay, when you come and watch the work in the evening, you see that nothing has been done. Frustrated, you ask why no work has been done. You get reply, there is no cement, how can we proceed? Similarly, any one item or mineral which is supposed to be available in your blood, it's not present, then the body parts which actually functions on these items will not work. Okay, we can illustrate more to understand the third point. Blood is being created by bone marrows. Okay, assume that some items that the bone marrows need is not available, so obviously new blood cannot be created, then the quantity of blood will go down. So you see, the first point is any one item has gone bad. That is small disease. Then it leads to bigger disease. That item itself is not there. For example, bone marrow don't have the items to create new blood. So means that item itself is not there, then a bit bigger disease. Now, new blood cannot be created means that's the third point, means the quantity of blood is gone down. So now the disease is increased some more. Okay, so you might get a bigger disease. Okay, so like this. Now when the blood itself is not there, okay, the quantity of the blood has gone down. It will lead to the cell's intelligence to be affected. For example, you are giving biscuits to 10 dogs. Okay, there are 10 dogs around and you throw 10 biscuits to them. Okay, each dog will eat one and they are happy. Okay, now next day you come and throw only 2 biscuits for 10 dogs. What will happen? The 10 dogs will fight for the 2 biscuits. Okay, so the dogs who are very powerful or strong, they will eat the biscuit, and those dogs who are not powerful, they cannot eat anything and they will just become more tired. Similarly, in our blood, okay, we don't have enough mineral or items. The items available in the blood is less. For example, the quantity of blood itself is less. So top to bottom, all the cells need blood. Okay, but the cells which are stronger, it will take all the items from the blood that it needs, and the cells which are not stronger, are weaker, will not get enough items. So now it results to those cells being damaged. Okay, so the intelligence of the cells, the intelligence means the inbuilt intelligence, the knowledge of the cells has gone down. This is the next reason. So this will lead to more serious diseases. Okay, so the first point leads to the second problem, second problem leads to the third, and third leads to the fourth. And once these cells gets damaged, the body parts that are also dependent on these cells will be affected and we will have more diseases. Okay, then the fifth point is the mind. Mind plays a major role in curing our diseases. Okay, in fact, there is a close connection between the mind and the body. Okay, because we learn about diseases, we know about its symptoms, consequences, we try to find out more through internet, through books, and all these information will make us more anxious, and we will be concerned about our wellness. Okay, so if you are going to think, oh, I have got this disease and I'm going to be sick, then obviously your body will react in the same way. Positive attitude is also plays a major role in curing your diseases. Okay, I tell you how. For example, you and your friends, you all had a very nice meal and you were very happy. Okay, suddenly someone comes and tells you, hey, I saw a rat in the food. Who ate this food? Immediately all of you vomit. Now just try to imagine what made you vomit. All of you were happy with the food and your body was digesting the food. But there is a record in your mind which says that rat food is poisonous to our health. This goes and disturbs the mind, and that goes and disturbs your body. Okay. Similarly, for another example, you are in a movie theater and you are watching a movie happily. Okay, your BP and your diabetes level or your sugar level is normal. Okay, suddenly you feel something is crawling between your legs. A snake is crawling. Okay, immediately your BP and your sugar level will shoot up. Okay, why does this happen? Because you already have a record in your mind that if snake bites, we will die. So that will create the fear, and that will in turn increase our BP and sugar level. But if you tell a 5-month-old baby, baby, I saw poison in your milk, do you think the baby will vomit? No. If you wrap a snake around the baby snake, the baby will smile. Okay, so the record, as we grow up, we have more information about all these things, and that creates more fear in our mind. So mind plays a major role. In fact, only when we are asleep, our body can cure itself, because there is no mind, there is no brain, there's no intellect. We are not talking about anything during at night. Okay, we are just asleep. Because in the morning, in the daytime, what do? When we meet our friends, we are always talking about our disease. We keep on saying proudly about our disease. Okay, so if you are very proud about your disease, it will increase. In fact, we can also say untruthfully, like, I am a healthy person, I am a happy person, I am a good person. If you say
Don't be
out
proud
loud,
of the disease.
yes, don't be proud. Yeah, क्योंकि आजकल you know that सब लोग मिलते एक दूसरे से, मैंने तो अपना uterus निकाल दिया, I had to pay so much, and then I spent so much on this disease, I have been having diabetes for past 15 years. You know, we hear all these things, and you know the
We
people
are, but it is not proud. It is क्या कर सकते हैं?
it is proud. Okay? I know this doctor. I have been going for this doctor. He's a very
Disease,
famous doctor.
yeah.
No, we are saying no. It's not that we are not concerned about it, but I'm saying that we also are. You know, disease ko bada karke we are making ourselves less. So what we are trying to say is, you must say untruthfully, even though it's not truthful. It's fine. You must say, I am healthy. If you say out aloud 21 times a lie, it will become truth. Okay, that is what we say, because doctors will always hit on your intellect. They will give you statistics. If you believe that statistics, then obviously you will have more fear in your mind. Because when you go to the doctor, you may or may not go with any concern. Okay, then the doctor will say, okay, I have to check your sugar level. You say, okay, come check. Then after he checks and then he shows you the report, then comes the giddiness. Before that you were fine. Okay, then doctor calls you. Okay, come here, come. Let's check. Huh? You know that your sugar level is 25. Then you say, yes. So what? Then he say, as per our report, you should be in coma. How did you come here? Then you say, I drove. I drive a car and I come here. And he say, it's a medical miracle. As then you go into coma. Okay, because once this information goes and hits you, and then you become more sick. So it's very difficult to treat an educated person, because educated person, when gets disease, what he or she will do, immediately go to internet, try to find out more information
Yes.
about it. All the information is negative. There is no positive information. This disease cannot be cured. It can only be controlled. We are still researching about this disease. There is no medicine. Once you hear all this, immediately your health will go down. Because we say that maximum number of people die because of fear and not because of cancer and AIDS. Because the fear itself will make your kidney fail. Okay, your kidney will fail if you have fear. So immediately that person is going towards the path itself he's taking is towards the to die, to deteriorate his body. Okay, so the mind plays a major role. But how to keep your mind calm and all is a different chapter entirely. Okay, we are not going to touch that, but we are going to see all the other reasons that I mentioned, the 4 reasons. How can we correct all these things? Okay, we will show you all the solutions or tell you all the solutions to fix these 5 things. Okay, if we actually fix all these 5 things, and we can actually fix these 5 things without even any medicine. Okay, so if we fix this, our body will automatically start curing itself. Okay, you must be thinking that maybe this is prevention method, it's not curing method. My eye already has a problem, my kidney already is failure. Okay, I already have very weak bones. Okay, so maybe this therapy will not work for me. No, we are not talking about prevention methods, we're talking about curing methods. Okay, for example, when your eye, we have seen many people wearing specs. Okay, now the power of the specs, is it going above or going down? It's increasing or decreasing? The power of the specs
It's
is
increasing.
decreasing. It means what? The power of your eye is decreasing. So the doctor is helping you to increase the disease or decrease the disease. Because what we say, the long-sightedness, short-sightedness is not the eye's problem. It is this 5 problem that we mentioned before. Okay, if the flour in your kitchen, the wheat flour in your kitchen is of poor quality, and you make chapati out of that poor quality flour, okay, then you find that the chapati has gone bad. You keep on giving injection to the chapati, no point. You have to change the flour. Similarly, the eye has been created by using the different items in our blood. Okay, so you have to correct that. No matter how many times you keep on treating the eye, it will not solve the problem. Okay, I give you another example. A person who has 50% spoiled kidney. Okay, the doctor, he goes to the doctor and the doctor calls him for dialysis. Then he changes the dialysis to weekly once, then daily once. Then one day he calls the patient and he tells him, sorry, you have lost your kidney. You need a donor for it. So now he has spoiled. It was 50% spoiled. Now the whole kidney is gone. Okay, but in this treatment, okay, if a person with 80% spoiled kidney and who has been going for daily dialysis uses this treatment, follows this treatment, and believes in this treatment, okay, then after a while the dialysis can be changed to alternate days. This is improvement. Okay, after a few months the dialysis can be changed to weekly, then can be changed to monthly. Then after 1 year or 2 years, the full kidney can be recovered. Okay, this is how treatment should be. Even for diabetic patient, when you go to the doctor gives you a very small medicine. Okay, then slowly the dosage increases. Why do you think the sugar patients always have a problem in their leg? They always say that my leg is paining, or their foot is paining, or their toe always gets spoiled. Okay, why do you think that happens? You see this bottle. Okay, this bottle, the just like this bottle is having water, but the major water or this area, the down, okay, whatever is here, the water will be here for longer period than it is here. Okay, similarly, imagine our body as a bottle. Okay, and the blood is the water. So all the blood, or in fact any blood, will flow downwards. It will go first to the leg, then all the items from our body, the leg will take it first. And then when the leg takes first, and then it passes to the other thing. So the leg is the one that will damage more. Okay, so when you go to the, when you are a sugar patient and you are having problem in your leg, you might like after a while the doctor will say that you have to amputate your leg. Okay, then you have to cut till here, then till your half leg, then till here, then till thigh, then keep on cutting your body parts, because one by one the body part is getting damaged. As they say that when you have sugar, you get other diseases, like you will have eye problem, you will have other related issues. Okay, but what we are trying to say that is, no matter whatever disease you have, they are actually treating that organ. Instead of treating the organ, if we try to treat the blood, if we try to improve the quality of items in the blood, all the diseases can be cured. Okay.
Okay.
यहाँ तक समझा?
हाँ.
Any questions?
No.
क्योंकि मुझे feedback मिला कि I should stop and I should I should say any questions.
No. It's okay. क्योंकि ये सब मैंने ना, मेरे पास ईलर भास्कर का बुक भी है ना, तो इतना तो मैंने रीड किया है. वो आके वापस वही बोलते रहता ना, तो थोड़ा बोर हो जाती थे.
हाँ. नहीं ठीक है, मैं ऐसे बोलूंगी जैसे कि मुझे पता ही नहीं है तुझे क्या पता है,
नहीं.
you know, like
Okay, that's it. This is much fine. It's easy to understand also.
Okay, fine. So like that we can keep on giving many examples. Okay, like what we are trying to say is, any problem that you have, whether you have a liver problem or gallbladder issue or stomach issue, any issue, whatever happens, the problem is this 5. Okay, if you cannot believe this, if you still think, how can all the reasons have only this 5, how can all the diseases have only this 5 reasons? If you cannot believe, I can give you one more example. Assume that a person has met with an accident and he is lying on the road. Okay, then he is brought to the hospital. What is the first thing that the doctor will do? If he has lost a lot of blood, the doctor will actually give him blood. Okay, so they will use a bottle, and then the blood is now flowing into the man's body. The next thing what they will do is, not just blood, they will also supply some other glucose or sodium, another liquid, which will go drop by drop into the man's body. Okay, now this bottle that they are using, the sodium or glucose, they will inject some medicines inside it. Okay, they will inject something, then that medicine is also going into the body of that person. Okay, so what is the doctor doing actually? He's actually giving blood. Okay, the blood is the important thing that the man needs in order to save his life. He cannot give mind, he cannot give brain, correct? Because the body has been affected, he can only give blood. But by just giving the blood and giving all the required items which the blood needs, the doctor is just waiting. Then all the things is being done by the body itself. The body is curing itself by taking all the blood and taking all the minerals from the medicines. Okay, and then after 1 or 2 months, he gets up. So this is how a treatment is being done when a person meets with an accident or any disease that a person is attacked with. Okay, for example, you have pain in your knee. Okay, why do you think the doctor gives you injection here? Or why do you take a tablet? Because when you do that, the item, because when you do that, you have problem in your knee. It doesn't mean that your knee has a problem. It means that the item with the knee needs is not available. So that is why it is making noise. So once you give the item to the knee, then automatically when the knee will take that item from the blood, and then it will cure itself. So, but this is temporary. When you then you have to keep on eating the medicine to give that mineral or item to the blood. This is temporary. permanent solution would be our body itself creates all these items and supplies to all the different cells. Okay, so that is why we are saying that any problem that you have in the body, it can be cured using this treatment. Okay, in fact, even fully spoiled organ can be recovered again. Okay, you know how or why? Because every cell, top to bottom, all our cells actually regenerate itself. Okay, the skin in our palm, is it new skin? That is it the skin that we were born with, or is it new skin? Obviously it's new skin, because we have seen that our hands and legs peel off, this outer covering peels off and we get new skin. Our kidney is new, our liver is new, intestine, 36 hours we get new intestine, our hair is new, nail is new. In fact, top to bottom, all the cells actually has a recycling period, and based on that period we actually get new organ. It means in 1 year I'm going to get new kidney, no need to worry about the dialysis. Okay, in 1 year my heart will become new, no need to take BP medicines anymore. In 1 year my bones will become new, no need to worry about my rheumatoid arthritis or other problems. Okay, so this is not prevention techniques, it's in fact curing techniques. Okay, another point is there is no separate treatment for separate organs, single treatment or single method for all the diseases and for all the organs. How can I say that? Okay, when you eat, do you say that this particular morsel is for my stomach only, or this is only for my nose, or this is only for my eyes? Okay, when we breathe in or drink water, do I say that this sip is for my leg only, this sip is for my hand? No, we cannot do that. So when we eat, drink water, breathe in, same for all the organs, and we cannot separate it, because all the minerals will go into the blood and the blood will transport them to the different parts of the body. Okay, like we have various systems like respiratory, digestive system, nervous systems. Okay, microscopic view of our whole body will only show cells. Okay, cells are of different types, shapes, and every cell is doing a different job. Like the cells in our eye do the job of seeing, in the ear it does the job of hearing. Okay, but all the cells will eat, sleep, breathe in, send out waste in the same way. Okay, so when all the cells are working in the same way, how can we give different treatment for different parts of the organs or different diseases? Okay, so if any one cell or any one particular area has diseases, means the whole body actually has diseases. It's not that we only have disease on that area, because the cell is taking the minerals from the blood, so all the cells are affected, not just that area of cells. I give you another example. There is a house, and then the whole house is burning. Okay, you are watching from outside, all the windows and doors are closed, but only one window, there's a gap in one window. Okay, and you can see that smoke is coming out of that window. Okay, if you say that there is a small smoke coming out of this window, means only this window is burning, and then you close that window, you try to close that window. It's the same thing that we are trying to do. Our whole body has problem, but we are getting effect only on the knee, because the knee is showing the symptom, it's just showing the symptom. But what we are doing is we are treating on the knee. It means that we are closing that one window that is actually showing the symptom. Okay, so it will not solve that problem. If you want to save the whole body, you have to give treatment to the whole body and not just to the knee. Okay, so if we give you a solution and you try to follow it, all the diseases, okay, that comes to your body, you can actually solve it. Okay, everything, every disease that comes from within the body can be solved, can be cured itself, because we are going to learn how to fix these 5. Once we have fixed these 5, then automatically our body will start curing itself. So you must be wondering, okay, if I learn this treatment and if I start curing myself, is it like we will never die? No, we will die, because our body is capable of curing itself or regenerating itself for 120 years. Okay, after that automatically we will die. Okay, if you think 120, you will live 120. If you think 40, then obviously you will die. So it depends on your mind also, okay? Because Bruce Lee, he died in the age of 30-35 years, because he was always thinking, if anyone comes to kill me, I will use this stunt. And he used to learn different kinds of stunts, okay? Then he was thinking about killing, and he got killed. So what we think we will become, if we think that, oh, I'm already 60 and I cannot work anymore, I cannot move anymore, then obviously you will feel the same way, okay? So the another point is, you must be thinking, okay, if all of us learn the same treatment, is it like we don't need doctors and hospitals? No, we need them also, because diseases can be categorized into two. One is the disease that comes from within the body, okay, and another is the diseases that are caused due to some external factor. For example, if someone shoots you, or shoots you with a gun, or pokes a knife in your eye, or there's a snake bite, or manufacturing defect, okay, these kind of things, you need to go to the doctor, and you need to go to the hospital to get treatment. But 95% of the diseases are from within the body, like BP, sugar, asthma, thyroid, cancer, AIDS, all comes from within the body, and these can be cured ourselves. Okay, so now, how do we actually spoil the items in the blood? We are going to see about that. How do we spoil the glucose in our body? Okay, if you eat properly, then it becomes good glucose. If you don't eat properly, it becomes bad glucose. Okay, just like a car needs petrol, okay, our body always needs glucose and oxygen. Okay, because every cell has a small door, okay, and there's it opens the door and it takes the glucose and oxygen from the blood, okay, and then it burns it. There is a stuff called as mitochondria, and it burns it, and when it burns it, there's an energy created called as pranic energy or life force, and based on that, our every cell is actually functioning based on the pranic energy. Okay, so now when the cell is opening the door and taking the glucose from the blood, it will not take directly. It will say, okay, I have to check whether this is good glucose or bad glucose. Okay, so in order to check whether it's good or bad, the glucose has to be tested by another organ called as pancreas. So pancreas will test, okay, is it good or bad? If it is good glucose, then it will give insulin. If it is not good glucose, then it will not give insulin. Okay, so the cell will only take that glucose which has insulin. So what happens to all the bad glucose? The bad glucose will be sent out via your body, via urine or waste product. Okay, so this is for glucose. But what happens is the doctors will actually check the urine of a diabetic patient, and then he will say that there is a lot of glucose coming out of your body. But actually all that is bad glucose. Body will never throw away good glucose from your body. It will always throw away bad glucose. So there is no point in testing the urine and then giving medicine to you. What will happen when you take a sugar tablet or diabetic tablets? When you take sugar tablet, the bad glucose is not converted to good glucose. In fact, the pancreas, it will force the pancreas to give insulin to all the bad glucose. That is what happens when you take sugar tablets. Okay, so this bad glucose now has got insulin, and it goes to all the different parts of the body, and all the different parts of the body will have diseases. That is why when a person becomes diabetic, he gets all different kind of problems. Not because of bad glucose only, because of bad glucose he is taking sugar tablet. Okay, because of the the tablets or medicine, he will get all the different kind of diseases. So diabetes is not a disease. In fact, it's only indigestion problem. If we try to solve the indigestion, or if we try to eat properly, all the glucose from top to bottom will become good glucose. Okay, so this is how we spoil the glucose in our body. Then what happens if the calcium in our body is spoiled? Okay, how do we get calcium? We actually need to eat calcium rich foods. Okay, if we eat properly, then we will get good calcium. If we don't eat properly, we will get bad calcium. Okay, and body needs a required amount of calcium to function. Okay, and if you have excess calcium, the thyroid in your body will actually store all the excess calcium and store it in the bones. Okay, and then when you don't have enough calcium or you have not eaten enough calcium, then the parathyroid, another gland, will take all this excess calcium from your bone and throw it into the blood. Okay, so what happens? Because there is no quality controller to check the quality of the calcium, that is why whether it is good or bad, the thyroid will store all the excess calcium in your bone. Okay, so that is why we get rheumatoid arthritis and cervical problem, all the joint related issues come because of this bad calcium. Okay, first thing is we don't eat calcium rich products. Like calcium rich products is carrot or green leafy vegetables or gingerly oil, sesame oil. So we need to eat all these things. And second point is we don't take oil bath. We need to take oil bath every once in a week or once in a month to get enough calcium. And we need to receive sunlight, because nowadays we are always concerned about sun exposure. But in fact, only when we go out in sun, the provitamin D in the sunlight, it actually penetrates through our skin, and then it becomes a hormone called as 125D, and it gets converted to a calcium. So if you don't receive हाँ
एक मिनट पॉज करेगी
हाँ
फोन आ रहा है
हाँ हाँ जा
ओके
Okay. So we need to receive sunlight to get enough calcium to our body. We first of all we need to eat properly so that we get good calcium. We need to eat calcium rich food. We need to take oil bath and we need to receive sunlight. Okay, only then we will get good calcium. If we don't do all these things, then we will have all the problem related to bones. Okay, so if sugar is of bad quality, we get sugar and 100 diseases. And if calcium is of bad quality, then obviously you become lean or fat, because the thyroid is actually doing the job. It helps the muscles to shrink and expand. So if you don't have the required items for the thyroid, you might shrink and you might not expand. That's why some people become lean if they have thyroid issues. But it's not the issue of the thyroid. Doctor will say that you have issue with your thyroid. It's not the issue with the thyroid. It's because the item that the thyroid needs, it's not available, or it's of poor quality in your blood. That is the primary reason. Okay, so no matter what you try to do to your thyroid, it will never be solved. Okay, so for bone related issues, we need to make sure that the calcium that we eat is of good calcium. Next is fat or cholesterol. Fat cholesterol also same concept. If we eat properly, it will become good cholesterol, that is HDL. If we don't eat properly, it becomes bad cholesterol, that is LDL. Okay, if this LDL level increases in the body, what happens is it will go to all the different parts of our body and we get fatty lumps here and there. Okay, and if it goes to the brain, we get brain tumor and paralysis attack. If it goes to the heart, you get heart attack. This LDL, if it increases and it goes to your blood vessels, you get blood pressure, high or low blood pressure. If it goes to the gallbladder, you get gallbladder stone. So gallbladder stone, how do you think the stone come into your gallbladder? It is not stone. We are not eating stone. It's just badly digested LDL, which has been stuck here and there. Okay. Even our skin, there is a wax-like item in the whole body of our skin. Okay. This is actually fat, because the fat protects our skin. In fact, there is oily item of fat in between every cell. In between every cell, there is fat. So you see that fat is very, very important for us. And if this fat becomes bad cholesterol or LDL, then obviously we will have skin related issues and all the different kind of issues. But what will doctor say? He will say, don't eat fatty foods, don't eat oil, don't eat coconut. In fact, coconut is a very, very healthy food. Okay, you must eat coconut. Coconut, if you don't know how to eat coconut, in fact, we must not cook or boil the coconut. We must just eat it raw. Then it is good. When you actually boil it or steam it, or you grind it, or you make it a paste or boil too much, then it becomes LDL. But if you don't boil it in your veggies, or you use it as a coconut milk, okay, like you just sponge out all the milk out of the coconut, then it is good. But doctor will tell us don't eat it. Okay, this is not treatment. Wherein you have a particular disease because of an item, you just stop eating that item will not solve the problem. Okay, so sugar collapse means 100 disease. Calcium collapse means 100 disease. Cholesterol collapse means 100 diseases. Likewise, vitamin A collapse, it will lead to eye problem. Vitamin D collapse, then it will have bone related issues. Vitamin K is of poor quality, then platelets will not generate. So you cannot cure your dengue, your chikungunya, muttongunya, all the different kind of fevers that we have. Vitamin E collapse, then it will lead to infertility, period problems, etc. So infertility period problem is also not something. So there is no different solution for all these issues. Whatever has been damaged in our body, the solution is only one. Okay, if any one material in your kitchen is of bad quality, then the item that you have produced out of this particular bad quality item will be surely will have problem. Similarly, if any one item or mineral in our blood has gone bad, then we will have relatively smaller or bigger diseases. Okay, we will just see a little bit more about each of these diseases. Okay, we start from blood pressure. Okay, what do you think is blood pressure? Okay, blood flows throughout our body from top to bottom, but when it reaches the heart actually gives it a pressure, or it pumps it a bit more. Then it will flow in a very speedy manner. Okay, so that pump is being given by heart. Okay, so when I am sitting down like this, I am meditating. Okay, meditating means your blood will pump slowly to whole body. Okay, but I've been meditating for half an hour, so now my blood is flowing throughout the body very slowly. Suddenly I open my eyes, and then I move or wave my hand, one hand. Okay, so all the cells in this particular because when the blood heart pumps blood to all the cells, okay, then the cells will ask for more BP. When the cells work, then they ask for more BP. So after meditating, if I start waving my hand, so the cells in my whole hand will actually ask for more BP. So it will give you more BP. Now I stand up and I start walking. So my legs is now asking for more BP. So obviously the heart will pump more. Now I start jogging. Okay, after I jog, when I'm jogging, obviously all the top to bottom, all the cells is now working. So obviously the BP will increase. Okay, after that I sit down for a while, then my BP will go down. So from this, what do we understand? Our BP will go up and go down as per the work we are doing. Okay, so the BP doesn't have to be low, it doesn't have to be normal. It can be low or high based on what activity we are doing. For example, BP will increase only for 3 reasons. One, if you give more work to your body. Two, when we are angry, in fear, or in any kind of emotion or tension, then the BP will increase. Third, when we have disease in our body. Okay, you must be thinking, okay, I also know that the BP will increase if I run, and if I sit down, the BP will be low. I also know that, but I was just watching TV. Why did my BP increase at that time? Okay, assuming that you were working for a whole day, you are a tailor and you are working, you are stitching your clothes. Okay, so you were working for the whole day and you had some problem in your knee. Okay, but you were ignoring the fact. Okay, you were just keep on working. At home, when you sit down and you try to, and you are eating while watching the TV, at that time what will happen is your body will start curing itself, because the whole day you have been working and you never paid any attention to your body's needs. Okay, so when you are sitting, then the body will, okay, try to solve the issues that are there in your body, okay, by trying to solve the problem in your knee. Okay, at that time the BP will increase. As I mentioned, when there is a disease in your body, then the BP will increase in order to solve that disease. Okay, in that particular cell area, it will give you more BP. Okay, so we don't have to keep our BP normal. BP can be high or low. It will never be normal. Actually, BP high or low is not a disease at all. Nobody should control their BP. Okay, if what happens when you take BP medicines? When you take BP medicines, your heart, the medicine will go and stop the heart from pumping more. Means you will never get more BP. Means you will always have normal BP. It means that your diseases will never be cured. Okay, so if a person who has been taking BP tablets for 3 months and then one day he forgets to take, on that day, what will the heart do? Oh, thank God, today he never take medicine. So it will pump harder. When it pumps harder, then obviously you will feel, oh my God, I forgot to eat one day and my BP has shooted high. And then you quickly go and take more medicine. So when you do that, you can never cure your diseases. Okay. So BP don't have to be normal. You just make sure that all the items in the blood, the 5 things that we mentioned before, you have to make sure that the 5 things are okay. The BP will go high whenever it needs. It will go low when it doesn't need, and it can cure all the diseases. Only during operation time, if the doctor is going to cut a body part, just imagine when he puts a knife on your body, automatically the BP will go shoot high, and then it will try to save the cells in that area. For example, if the doctor is cutting your leg, then it will try to send all the BP to that area, and then the heart will fail. At that time only we need to control the BP. So only the doctor needs to know this information, when to control it and when to keep it normal. We don't even have to know about this. Okay, so BP don't have to be normal. It can be high or low. If you have all the materials properly in your blood, we can actually lead a happy life without taking any BP medicine. Okay, same is for diabetes. Okay, for diabetes, just now I mentioned that doctors say, okay, if you are diabetic, you should not eat sweet items. Okay, but in this therapy we say that if you don't eat sweet items, then you can never cure your diabetes. Okay, for example, whenever we eat food, all the cells will get energy from top to bottom. Okay, we have already seen that, and we have already seen that the glucose has to be tested by pancreas, and pancreas will actually give insulin only to good glucose. Just assume that a child, a small kid, it needs 200 units of glucose for all the parts of the body. Okay, but when the child has eaten, it has got 500 units of glucose. Okay, so when there is excess glucose, what happens? The body will actually combine all the excess glucose, and it is called as glycogen. Okay, this additional, like you have, how do you convert your $100 to $1,000? Okay, you can just similar to that. The body will convert all the small glucose to glycogen, and it will store it into your bones, your brain, and your different parts of muscles and all. It will keep stock of all these glycogen. Okay, so when you don't have enough glycogen, or when sometimes how we feel is we are very hungry, okay, then if we have no chance of eating, immediately after a while we don't feel the hunger anymore. What do you think have happened? If you have enough glycogen in your body, then the body will actually take from the store and then it will pour it into your blood. So this glycogen is used for that. So this glycogen is used for that. So this small kid who has been eating so nicely, once he starts going to school, what happens? The mother will actually wake him up in the morning, 7 o'clock, okay, and then force him to eat. Then he don't even want to eat, then still force him to eat, and then all the quantity means the initially when the child was a small kid, then he was eating properly, all the food was getting digested properly, and he was getting excess glucose. But now that he's forcing himself to eat, obviously for 500 units maybe he has only digested 300, and 200 is waste. Okay, so this 200 will go out of the body as waste. Okay, slowly when he grows up, what happens is he's still having different kinds of habits, and then now that when he eats, he only has 400 he only has 100 good glucose, and he has 400 of bad units of glucose. So now what happens? The child needs 200 units. So what happens? The body will take from the stock, whatever you have stored it inside the body, it will take. Okay, then one day when you are grown up already, now the child is actually eating improperly, so he doesn't have glucose at all. Okay, he has only no stock in the body. So what will happen? Then you will faint. Okay, if there is no glycogen stored in your body and there is no proper glucose even when you are eating, then you will faint. Okay, so this stored glucose, or this bad glucose which is there in your body, if it has gone out via urine and the doctor tests the urine, then he will say that you have high glucose, you fainted because of high glucose. If the glucose has not gone out via the urine and it is still inside your body and the doctor tests your urine, then he will say you fainted because of low glucose. But actually it is not the problem of high or low. It is because of undigested food that is inside your body. So glucose, when do you think glucose will become high? When we eat food, automatically the glucose will become high. When we have, and at this, after a particular time, when all the cells have used up all the glucose and the urea has come out, the waste material has come out, then we will feel hunger. At that time, when you test your glucose, it will be low, obviously. Then when we eat, it will become high. So glucose will be high and low. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be normal. It will be high or low. Okay, so there is no point in testing your glucose level by going to the doctor and taking medicine to make it normal. There is no point to do that. Okay, because as per we digest our food properly, then it will actually we will get high or low glucose. Then why do you think when I eat sweet item, my glucose level shoots up? When you eat sweet item, it actually makes your stomach to work properly. Then all the previously undigested food will be either thrown out or it will be digested properly and sent it to your cell. That is why when we eat sweet items, we feel that the glucose has gone high. But sugar level or glucose level doesn't have to be normal. Okay, so this is for Vani Savan ma'am.
Aha.
Any question?
No.
No. So I have already talked about certain diseases like BP, diabetes. Then I have already mentioned what happens when the fat or cholesterol is bad in your body, or what happens when the glucose is bad in your body, or what happens when calcium is bad in your body. Okay, so after this, okay, we are going to just see very shortly what should I do or what is actually some small diseases like sneezing, running nose, common cold, cough, and fever. We are just going to see this very quickly, okay? Because if we don't see this, we will not know what we are supposed to do when these things happens, okay? Sneezing means what? Sneezing is just an important part of immune process. In fact, it is helping you to stay healthy and sniffle free, okay? Actually, we do not sneeze for no reason, okay? Actually, sneezing helps you to keep your body safe. When something enters your nose or you encounter a trigger, that sets off the sneezing gland called as histamine, and it signals rapidly to tightly close your throat, your eyes and mouth. Next, your chest muscles will vigorously contract and your throat muscles will quickly relax. As a result, along with saliva and mucus, is forced out of your mouth and nose at 100 miles per hour, and voila, you have sneezed. So actually a big process happens when we sneeze, okay? But we are not aware of all this. We try to suppress the sneeze, okay? When you are in an MRT, or when you are in a meeting wherein you are not supposed to sneeze and you try to suppress, only then the problem arises, okay? So you should not suppress the sneeze, because what happens when you suppress? If you have applied a balm or ointment or something to stop the sneeze, the dust particles that was actually blocking your nose will now increase to, initially maybe there were only 10 dust particles, now it has increased to 4,000, okay? So after the ointment or balm, the effect has gone, the sneezing gland will come out again to remove all these dust particles. But now it sees that there are 400. For 400 dust particles, you have to sneeze 40 times. So then the sneezing gland will say, I cannot do anything more, I cannot help here. So the other doctor in our body, that is running nose, it will come into picture. The running nose is like cleaning your house with water, okay? So sneezing is like brooming. Use a broom to clean your water, clean your house. Running nose is like cleaning the house with the water, okay? So now this running nose will actually cover your dust particle with water, and it will try to throw out through your nose. But what do? You inhale it back, okay? When we are inhaling, it's like we are flushing all the water, the dirty water, back into our house, okay? So what do we do when we have running nose? Just exhale out the water. Then you can actually keep your body healthy. But if we don't do that, if we take medicine, if we suppress it, if we inhale it back, it will lead to common cold, okay? Common cold is like mucus. You have too much dust particles, and the extra water that the body was trying to use it to come out of the nose, now it has stuck into your lungs. So now it has turned into mucus, okay? So now this mucus has become million dust particles, and it is sticking to your lungs, and it will try to send it out via your nose. But obviously you're still taking medicine, or you're trying to inhale it back, then you will get chest cold or cough, okay? Cough is when you get cough, what happens is there is enough mucus or enough cold sticking to your lungs, but it doesn't have the energy to throw out this all this mucus. That is why you keep on coughing and you have breathing difficulties. This will lead to wheezing. If you keep on taking medicine or suppress this, if you don't do anything, everything will be cured automatically. If you exhale out your blocked nose, or if you sneeze properly, or if you allow your cold to come out, then you will not have issues. Issues will come only when you suppress it and you stop it by taking medicine. So cough will turn into TB, okay? TB also comes because of excess of asthma and wheezing, okay? So this TB is nothing but these wastages is actually stored in your body for a long time. And this, if you keep on eating medicine for TB, it will lead to cancer, okay? This might also this is also one of the reason to get cancer, because we are not allowing the body to throw out the waste, and the waste is actually getting accumulated inside the body, which will lead to cancer, okay? So now Similarly, vomiting and dysentery. Okay, we don't feel like vomiting every now and then. Vomit also comes out because of a reason. Maybe you have eaten something that the body doesn't like. If any food that you have eaten is not supposed to be digested, the body will start accumulating all the water from the other parts of the body and try to bring out this food from via your mouth. It will actually break it into smaller pieces so that you don't choke in your own food, and then it will add all the water from the whole body. And then, because when you eat one chapati, 1 glass of water, but when you vomit 10 or 15 glasses of water. How did that come out? Because body is actually doing all these processes. It is taking all the water from everything and combining it to break your food, your undigested food, into smaller particles, and trying to throw out from the same windpipe that you have brought the food in. Okay, so when you do that, if you eat medicine or if you take even lemon or smell a lemon in order to suppress the vomit, you are again doing damage to your own body, because what you are doing, it's like you are eating your own vomit. Just imagine, if you take medicine, the vomit that the undigested food that the body was trying to throw out from your body, it will actually be digested by it will be forced to digest by your stomach, and it will go to all the different parts of the body. So when you feel like vomiting, please just vomit. You don't have to suppress it, because it is not a disease. You don't have to worry if you get vomiting. You don't have to worry, because you can actually feel happy that your body is fit enough to throw away all the waste from your body. That's the only thing you need to be good, feel good about it, and don't suppress it. Similarly, if you have suppressed your vomiting also, then the body will try to throw out this waste via dysentery. Okay, so you get diarrhea or dysentery because some minerals or some items or wastages have been stored inside your body. So now it will try to throw out from the body by giving you dysentery or diarrhea. But what do? We also eat medicine for dysentery and diarrhea. This, if you eat medicine for that, it also leads to the same thing. The wastages will be stored here and there. Okay, so don't take any medicine for dysentery. If you have dysentery or diarrhea, you must feel good about it, that my body knows that this thing is bad for me and is trying to do the cleaning process. So you must just allow the dysentery to go. You just make sure that you take enough water so that you are not dehydrated, by adding some salt and sugar to your water, and then keep on drinking water, and just let the body do its job. Okay, but if you have been taking medicine for dysentery also, then obviously the next stage is you will get fever. Fever is like the body is throwing out the materials by creating a bonfire inside your body and then throwing out through the air. Okay, so fever is nothing. There are three reasons why we get fever. One is when wastages accumulate in our body, we get fever. When disease causing germs, bacteria, virus enter our body, we get fever. When our body is affected by any disease or injury, we get fever. Okay, normally our body temperature is 37 degree or 36 degree. Why do you think suddenly our body shoots to 40 degree or 42 degrees? Okay, even when we are in cold country, okay, outside the temperature is -2 or 3, our body temperature can show 37 degree. Even when we are in a very warm climate like Qatar, if outside is 50 degrees, but inside your body, your temperature will still show 37 degree. Okay, so there is a triple warmer, a particular organ in your body which actually maintains your body temperature anywhere you go. Okay, it is actually doing very, it has to work very hard to maintain your normal temperature. Then why do you think suddenly it shoots to 40 degree or 42 degree? It happens because it is doing a cleaning process. Fever is not a disease. Okay, it's actually doing a cleaning process. So what you are supposed to do when you have fever? Don't do anything. First of all, don't take medicine. What happens when you take fever medicine? When you take fever medicine, the sweat gland will be activated. When the sweat gland is activated, you will feel sweaty, and then your body temperature will turn to normal and your fever will run away. So when the fever runs away, it will say that, okay, now I am going, but I will come back later. After a while, it will come back. Because if you have, when you have fever, you should be very happy, because you will not get fever if your body cannot take. Okay, means you have the immunity power to face the fever. If your body don't have that immunity power, it will keep on waiting. It will keep on waiting till you have that power, and only then you will get fever. So we don't have to worry about fever. But the only thing is, for kids, if we have the problem that they might get fits or something. Okay, so for that, because the head cannot take the high temperature, so only for head you can use a wet cloth or something to reduce the temperature on your forehead. Okay, you put a white cloth or something on the forehead for the kids. But the whole body, we can actually, there is no problem if you get fever. You don't have to control it. You don't have to take medicine. So what should we do? Listen to your own body. It will tell you. Your tongue will become bitter. It means that the doctor inside your body is advising you, don't eat anything. So if you don't feel like eating anything, don't eat. Because what happens when you eat is, the stomach, the body will have to digest your food. So it will stop the process that it is doing. It will stop that, and it will start digesting the food. So that is why whenever we have fever and we have eaten something, we feel that the fever has gone. But it's because the process has stopped. Because you have eaten something, maybe you have eaten a bread or a chapati, which takes more time to digest. We are not saying that you should not eat anything. You should eat, but you should eat only when you are hungry. Okay, don't eat if you don't feel hunger. Okay, so you should just take a rest, listen to your body. Automatically your eyes will close, so you just close. Don't go to work, stay at home, don't watch TV, don't use phone, don't do anything. Doctor will give you injection or medicine, so don't go to the doctor. So still you have a bitter feeling in your tongue, don't eat anything. Once you feel that you are feeling hungry, you can take porridge or anything like kanji or porridge, which can be digested easily. And then 2-3 days you might have to take leave. Okay, you cannot go to work and you rest. And after that, and please avoid coffee, tea, or any other beverages, but you can drink lukewarm water if you are thirsty. Don't drink cold water, because cold water will again drive away the fever. So if naturally by this way, if you recover from the fever, your immune power will become stronger, and then you will never have fever again. Okay, so that is what you need to do for fever. हाँ वानी, कुछ पूछना है?
नहीं नहीं, और टाइम लगेगा?
हाँ अभी तो, हाँ कितना बज गया रे? 1:40।
इधर आके 8:40 हो गया।
हाँ, तो तू बोल क्या करना है?
शाम को करेंगे बाकी का?
हाँ ठीक है,
तो ऐसे ही ऑनलाइन आना है ना?
ऐसे
तू
ही आना
कभी
है।
फ्री रहेगी वो बोल मुझे।
तू अपना बता।
तेरे को टाइम ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए ना, रात को 12 बजे सब नहीं होना चाहिए ना।
चलेगा चलेगा।
क्या चलेगा? हाँ, कल
अरे
तेरे को
मुझे
छुट्टी
ना
है।
मुस्तफा जाना है, अभी बाहर जाना है।
हाँ हाँ
तो
हाँ।
मुझे आने को थोड़ा लेट भी हो सकता है, तो इसलिए मुझे चलेगा ना चल पाए।
अच्छा
है
तू
ना?
बोल ना, कितना बजे तेरा टाइम का हिसाब से बोल, मैं यहाँ पर बोलती हूँ।
10 बजे।
10 बजे 5, ठीक है।
ठीक है,
हाँ चलेगा चलेगा।
तब तक तेरा काम हो जाएगा।
हाँ मैं घर आ जाऊंगी, मैं जल्दी आ जाऊंगी। कल सिद्धेश का एग्जाम है ना, मैं
हाँ
खाली
हाँ,
जाके अभी दोपहर तक आ जाऊंगी, 2-3 बजे तक आ जाऊंगी।
अच्छा ठीक है। अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक
ठीक
है।
है।
2-3 बजे तक आ जाएगी। अच्छा ठीक है, लेकिन
हाँ
मैं नहीं आऊंगी। हाँ हाँ, ठीक है। तो
ना,
10 बजे।
तू 5 बजे ठीक है, मेरे को 5 ही बजेगा इधर।
हाँ
तेरा
हाँ,
10, मेरा 5 ही बजे।
अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है।
ठीक है,
हाँ,
नो
तो
प्रॉब्लम। हो
और कुछ?
जाएगा ना, या फिर तुझे कल सवेरे ही करने का है क्या?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, आज खत्म कर देते हैं।
हाँ ठीक है।
हाँ, क्योंकि इसके बाद ना मैं सोच रही थी टेस्ट थेरेपी तेरे को थोड़ा बताऊं. அதுக்கப்புறம்
हाँ
நான் சொல்யூஷன் ஆரம்பிச்சிருவேன். how to keep our அது அது ஏற்கனவே உனக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும். क्या क्या करने का in order to keep these 5 things
हाँ,
correct.
लेकिन नहीं, मेरे को आके समझ, अपन कैसे फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं कि ये 5 थिंग कम है अपने इसमें?
हाँ,
अभी
वो
तू
अपन
बोल
फाइंड आउट
ये,
करने का जरूरत नहीं है।
अच्छा।
हाँ, फाइंड आउट करने का जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि நம்ம வந்து ஒழுங்கா சாப்பிட்டாலே போதும் நம்ம, அது
अच्छा,
வந்து
अपना
ஒண்ணு நம்ம,
ईटिंग हैबिट्स।
या ईटिंग हैबिट्स करेक्ट करेगा तो ही बस हो गया, क्योंकि इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू डू दैट, क्योंकि எனக்கு என்ன குறைஞ்சிருக்குன்னு உனக்கு தெரியாது, அஹ்,
हाँ,
எல்லாருக்கும்
है ना यार,
அவங்க,
मेरे को अच्छे से समझ रहा है, मेरा इस बॉडी में ना ब्लड फ्लो ही नहीं है। अभी
हम्म,
तू बोल रही है
हाँ
बहुत अच्छे, क्योंकि नीचे बैठने से या कुछ भी रात को सब इतना ठंडा हो जाता ना, हाथ पैर सब, मीन्स वो जा
हाँ
ही नहीं रहा है, जिसकी वजह से पेन हो रहा है, मुझे अच्छे से समझ रहा है। लेकिन वो
हाँ
कैसे करने का करके वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है।
हाँ
अभी
हाँ
मैं नीचे सब नहीं बैठ सकती।
हाँ हाँ। तो मतलब तो क्या प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना, कि जैसे मैंने बताया अभी तेरा ब्लड कम है, उनके पूरी ब्लड தான் ஏதோ கம்மியா இருக்கு,
हाँ,
so அந்த
हाँ,
blood உற்பத்தி பண்ணதுக்கான சில ஐட்டம்கள் வந்து கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது அந்த, so the bone marrows cannot work, so तो
हाँ,
मैं तुझे solution बताऊंगी, मैं धीरे से ही बताऊंगी, क्योंकि எல்லாத்தையும் கேட்டாதான் அது புரியும், ஏன்னா
हाँ, हाँ,
जस्ट मैं solution बता दूंगी ना तो तुझे इतना समझ नहीं आएगा, நீ
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ,
புரிஞ்சுட்டு நீ பண்ணாதான், அதனாலதான் நாங்க இவ்வளவு பேசுறோம், இந்த பேசுறதுக்கு
हाँ, हाँ,
காரணமே सोल्यूशन इज वेरी स्मॉल, 1 मिनट ही लगेगा सोल्यूशन बताने के लिए,
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ,
लेकिन वो
हाँ,
समझना चाहिए कि क्यों हम कर रहे हैं और क्या क्या अवॉइड करना है और क्यों अवॉइड करना है, हर एक के लिए हम लोग
हाँ,
रीजन बताते हैं, व्हेन आई से डोंट ईट मेडिसिन, डोंट ईट दिस, क्यों क्या करता है वो सब हम लोग बताते हैं, तो அதை நீ
हाँ, हाँ,
புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு
हाँ,
செஞ்சேன்னு வச்சுக்கோயேன், you can become your
हाँ,
own doctor, you can solve your
हाँ,
own
हाँ, हाँ।
problem and you can tell others also कि हाँ तू ये कर सकती है वो कर सकती है, so
वही, और वो पर्टिकुलर सॉल्यूशन मीन्स जो सबका सबका बॉडी अलग अलग से परफॉर्म करता है। ऐसा नहीं
हाँ
तेरे को जो है वो मेरे को है, तो मुझे ही वो समझना चाहिए कि मेरे को कहाँ प्रॉब्लम है करके।
हाँ 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 हाँ, लेकिन सब
तो
प्रॉब्लम
उसको,
के लिए एक ही सॉल्यूशन है, तो दैट इज
हाँ,
व्हाई इट इज
हाँ,
वेरी इजी कि मैं तुझे, तेरा ब्लड कम है इसलिए तेरे को दूसरा सॉल्यूशन है, दूसरे को मूट में प्रॉब्लम ना उसका दूसरा सॉल्यूशन है, तीसरे को
हाँ,
आंख में प्रॉब्लम है उसका दूसरा सॉल्यूशन नहीं है, सबका एक ही
हाँ,
सॉल्यूशन है,
हाँ, 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 हाँ,
तो
हाँ,
वी हैव टू वरी अबाउट आवर प्रॉब्लम, मेरा प्रॉब्लम कहाँ से आया, क्यों आया, कैसे आया, उसके बारे में फिक्र करने का जरूरत ही नहीं है, जस्ट
हाँ,
ट्राई
हाँ,
द
हाँ, हाँ,
सॉल्यूशन, या ट्राई பண்ணாலே போதும், बिकॉज यू नो व्हाट,
हाँ, हाँ,
ब्लड को प्यूरिफाई करने का மருந்து இந்த உலகத்துல இல்லவே இல்ல, வாட் வி ஆர்
हम्म,
டீச்சிங் யூ இஸ் அதை கெடுக்காம இருங்க, அதுவே போதும், அதை கெடுக்காம
हाँ,
இருந்தாலே
हाँ, हाँ,
தன்னால அது சுத்தமா ஆயிரும், அந்த பிளட் சுத்தமா ஆயினா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலா உன் பாடி பார்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே சரியாயிடும், but it's
हम्म,
not just about food, we also have other
हाँ,
things, so I will tell you,
हाँ, हाँ,
तो हाँ, तो
ओके,
अगर कुछ पूछना है और तेरे को कुछ डाउट्स आ रहा है तो लिख के रख, बाद में अपन बात करेंगे, और दस
ठीक है, ठीक,
बजे से 12-1 बजेगा तो भी मेरे को नो प्रॉब्लम, क्योंकि आज
ओके,
सैटरडे,
ओके।
हाँ नो प्रॉब्लम, ओके,
मेरे को तो
लेकिन
शाम ही है ना, मेरे को कुछ प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है।
हाँ हाँ ठीक है,
ठीक है,
ठीक है,
चल फिर।
चल
ओके,
देन चल, ओके बाय,
बाय।
बाय।